everybody, my name is Mars. You can call me MG if you would like, and today I'm starting a fun new vlog. So, almost a year ago, I think it's just under a year, I did a vlog where I read books that I chose inspired by my current D&D character, Mycah, who is a tiefling. They are a Circle of Spores druid. I just love them so much. I'm currently playing them in a campaign of Tomb of Annihilation. I will leave a link in the description to the Blank Page Tavern YouTube channel where I play. Myself and several other writer friends get together on a very irregular basis to procrastinate writing and have fun playing D&D together, and we stream it so you guys can watch. But I had a great time doing this vlog last year, and ever since I did it, I've had a thought in the back of my mind that I wanted to do a part 2. So here we are. This is the part 2. I have chosen 4 more books that I think kind of have Mycah's vibes for one reason or another, and I'm going to read them for you guys and tell you my thoughts and everything. So it is currently Saturday, but I have a very, very busy weekend, so even though this first book I'm about to show you is short, I don't know when I'll be able to actually squeeze in reading time, but the book I'm going to be starting with is Graveyard Shift by M.L. Rio, and if you can see, it's got a whole bunch of mushrooms on it, which is perfect for Mycah, my Circle of Spores druid. Also, Mycah is like a bright green color, so that coloring fits in with the character as well. I have heard mixed things about this, but I am cautiously optimistic that I'm going to enjoy it. Like I said, it's very short. It's like less than 150 pages, but I am super busy this weekend, so I will squeeze in some reading time when I can and let you know what I think of this one. Hello friends, it is 5:15 on Sunday. I apologize if you can hear the wind. It's so windy out today and it's so loud to me. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's whatever. I'm here to let you know that I have finished Graveyard Shift, so I started it last night. I read the first, I think, 2 chapters. There's only like 10. This is so short. This actually has a playlist and then 2 cocktail recipes, and then an excerpt from, I skipped over it, an excerpt from If We Were Villains. So the last, like, 20 pages in this book aren't even this book. This is only 108 pages, and it's so short. And I understand why people were disappointed. Like, if you read If We Were Villains when it came out and loved it, and then you waited, like, 7 years for the author to put out another book, and they put out this, a 108-page book, I mean, I would be a little bit disappointed too, but I still really enjoyed this. It's not perfect. There are some things that I wish were embellished on more. I feel like this could definitely stay a novella. Like, I think novella is the perfect length for this, but I feel like this could have been given a little bit more room to breathe, like maybe 120 pages long, 130, somewhere along those lines. Just let us see a little bit more, you know? But I did love the vibes. I really liked the creepiness of it, the mice and the mushrooms featuring heavily, of course. I thought that was so interesting. The ending did kind of wrap up a little bit too neatly. I would have liked a little bit more mess there, but overall, I still had a really good time with it, and I'm glad that I got to check it out. I don't read a ton of new releases. I mean, I feel like I do more nowadays. Like, the past 2-3 years, I've been better at reading new releases that catch my eye, but before then, I would not read a book until, like, 5 to 10 years after it came out, but I'm glad I was able to fit this one in. So the next book I will be reading is a continuation of one of the series that I started in my last Mycah vlog. We're actually going to be continuing both series. I think I only started 2 in that vlog. We're continuing 2 series. But the first one we're going to be continuing is What Feasts at Night. I apologize for the glare on the cover. The rest of the books for this vlog I do have physically, but from the library, so they've got that protective plastic on it. So What Feasts at Night is the sequel to What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. And I don't think this one is going to fit Mycah's vibes as much as the first book did, because they're more like episodic from what I've heard. But I liked the first one well enough. I thought it was fine, and they're so short. This is another novella that I might as well continue on. This one is slightly longer, 147 pages, so it's not going to take me that long, although the font is quite small. The end pages are really cool. They've got moths on them, which Mycah is a spore druid, but they do have infestation. Infestation is one of my favorite D&D spells. I don't know why, but that is a cantrip that Mycah uses, so the bugs are also accurate to my character. But I also have this as an audiobook, so I read the first book just on audio, and I feel like that did impede my enjoyment of it just a little bit because I don't take in audiobooks as well as I do physical books or ebooks. This time around, I have it physically and as an audio, so I'm going to do both at the same time. And I'm very excited for that. I love doing that. But I will get started on this later on tonight. And as with Graveyard Shift, I'll probably just update you at the end because it is so short. So I will see you when that happens. Hello, friends. I am so tired, so I'm probably going to take a nap after I do this update, but I wanted to come on here and update you that I have in fact finished What Feasts at Night. It is Monday at about 4 in the afternoon. A little late for a nap. My prime nap time is somewhere between 2 and 4 p.m., but I wanted to finish this up because I saw that I didn't have a lot left according to the audiobook time. So finish it up I did, and I definitely like this one better than, what is the first one called? What Moves the Dead. I think I vibed with this one a little bit more, but I still didn't love it, it was a good book, it was fine, I read the whole thing, but I didn't particularly have a fantastic time, The writing style is what really does it in for me, in a bad way. I realized that was a weird way to phrase that. I don't like the way information is kind of just thrown in there randomly. It'll be talking about something and then there'll be parentheses and this whole big paragraph of lore dumping, and then sometimes it'll even break the fourth wall in a way that I don't really like, which sometimes that kind of thing works. Percy Jackson, those books break the fourth wall. A lot of times Percy will straight up talk to the reader. That is fine for me. It doesn't work in this series, according to my tastes. I don't know, something about it is just so off-putting, and every time it happens, I'm cringing a little bit. But I did think this was fine. It's hovering somewhere between a 6 or a 7 out of 10. So, still a good book. I just didn't love it. There is a third one coming out. This came out last year. I thought it was a little bit older than that, but I am wrong. The third one is called, it's not What Haunts the Deep. I want to keep calling it that because that is a better title in my head. It's called What Stalks the Deep, and I think it takes place on a boat to America, because this takes place in fictional country but in the real world, kind of. It's hard to explain. It's kind of weird, but there's a plane going by. But yeah, the third one comes out later on this year, and I might read it. Maybe I'll do a Mycah vlog part 3 and I'll read it then, or maybe I'll do some readathon down the line and it'll be perfect to fit a prompt. I'm not gonna read it, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to read it, So that was our second book. That means that later on today I get to start the third book for this vlog. I love starting with the short books when I do reading vlogs because it makes me feel so accomplished, like I'm flying through them. But we are going to continue another series that was started in the first Mycah vlog, and that series is Emily Wilde. So here I have Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands, which is a full novel. It's like 330-ish pages. Yeah. My copy that I got from the library, pulling on my hair, is like this weird texture that I don't like. It feels kind of grimy to me. Like, it feels like I can feel everyone's fingerprints from the people who have checked this book out before me, and I don't like that. But this is the copy that the library gave to me, so it's what I'm gonna read. And this is split up into sections, so like you can see here it says September 1910, but I don't know, fix my bookmark, I don't know how many sections it's split up into, so I don't know when I'm going to be actually updating you. Somewhere near the middle probably, or maybe like a third of the way through. We'll see. I will just update you when I feel like I have something to update you on, but I'm so excited to be reading this. I loved the first book. It was so good. Emily and Wendell are amazing characters. They're so good together, and I can't wait to see what happens to them next. I have not read the back of the book. I kind of want to go in blind, so that is what I'm gonna do. I'll probably pick this up before bed and read a couple of chapters and then get into it in earnest tomorrow. So that's so exciting. I'm so excited to read this book. It is 9:20 p.m. on Tuesday the 18th, and I'm here to let you know that I'm a third of the way through Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands. I thought it was laying the other way around on my desk. You can see I am, in fact, a third of the way through, and I'm having a great time with this. I haven't had as much time to read as I hoped that I would over the past couple days, or I guess today and a little bit of yesterday. I don't know, time is fake, it's whatever. But I did get to a little over 100 pages, and I'm having a great time. Emily and Wendell are still great characters. There's some nice action in the first bit to kind of spur on the plot. And so now the two of them, Emily and Wendell, are on this like adventure sort of thing, along with two other characters. We have Rose? What is his first name? No, they're just gonna call him Rose. He's the head of the Dryadology department at the college that Emily and Wendell work at. And so he has accidentally discovered that Wendell is in fact Fae and gotten tangled up in things. And they're also joined with Ariadne, who is Emily's niece. She's 19, I think they said, and she just joined the Dryadology department at the school. Like, she's attending classes and stuff, much to the chagrin of her father, Emily's brother. He does not like that his daughter is following in his sister's footsteps, but Emily's trying to like take her under her wing, but she's also like not great with people because of the whole autism thing. They don't call it autism in this book. It's just she's very autistically coded, and that's one of the things that I love about her. She's so great. So it's a very interesting dynamic between the four of them, and I'm just having a really, really good time. So I've got like 230 pages left, and I will keep reading. I'm gonna do a little bit more reading tonight, but not much, because I am getting kind of sleepy, so I want to go to sleep, obviously. But tomorrow I'm going to try and carve out a good chunk of time to read some more pages of this, because I'm just really, really enjoying it. So those are my plans. I will update you I guess around the 2/3 mark is my plan, so I will see you then. Hello friends and happy Wednesday. I just want to point out that I am wearing the same sweatshirt as yesterday, but I'm wearing a different t-shirt underneath, so it's fine. It was bothering me. I was looking back at the footage from yesterday and I was like, oh, they're gonna think I'm wearing the same shirt. That's kind of gross. It really doesn't matter to anyone but me, but here we are. Anyway, I wanted to update you because now I'm 2/3 of the way through Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands, and I'm still having such a great time. The action has picked up, the romance has picked up, and the last chapter that I've read had quite the climactic ending. There's no chapter titles or numbers because this is told in the form of like a diary or a journal. And so the one that I just read was the 6th of October, so next is the 7th of October, and I'm so excited to keep reading. I've got 115 pages left, not much at all, so I'm almost definitely going to be finishing this today. So it's not much of an update for you, but I wanted to just let you know that things were still chugging along in much the same fashion, and I'm just absolutely loving this book. I don't know how I feel about it compared to the first book. I have had that in my mind a little bit, but I guess we'll just have to see how the whole thing plays out before I make my judgments. So I will see you when that happens and I have finished this book. Okay, friends, I am back for a quick update. It is now 5:15, and I finished Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands. I almost just hit myself in the face with it. I did go on a little walk because it was absolutely beautiful outside. It was like almost 70 degrees, but not quite. So I was sweating while I was walking because I had this on, and then I took it off and sat down on a bench at the park, and then I was immediately cold because I was sitting in the shade and not moving around anymore, so I definitely did not do that smartly, but I still had a nice time. I was out there for maybe like half hour, 45 minutes. I didn't finish the book out there, but I did get a good chunk read, and then the bugs really got to me, so I'm like, I gotta go home. So I came back, and I just finished this up, so now I'm here to talk to you about it. I loved this book. It was so good. Not quite a full 10 out of 10. I don't remember what I gave the first book, either a 10 out of 10 maybe, or a 9 out of 10, because I think this has the same issue that the first book did, which I might have still given a 10 out of 10 to the first book, despite having this issue in my mind, in that this is told in the form of a journal. So it's like the main character, Emily, reflecting on things that have happened to her, and it kind of just undercuts the tension in the third act for me. I remember it happening in the first book, and it also happened here. And other than that, it's like great. I love the epistolary nature of it, but I just find that it's not quite as intense as it could be. You know, I hope that makes sense. But I still loved this. There's a very loud car going by. I'm sorry if you hear that. But I only have one more book left in this trilogy, and I hope that I can get to it somewhat soon. I don't have any plans to read it, but I might sneak it in if I can, because finishing out a series, especially a series that I love, is always a good idea. I think we're gonna get a wedding in the third book. If you didn't know, I love weddings in books. It's one of my favorite things to have. Weddings are just so fun, and I just love them. So, fingers crossed we get one in the third book, which is called Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales, I believe. Wow, I don't know why I'm out of breath, but I am. But yeah, this was this book, and now we are on to our last one for this vlog already. I'm very excited for this one. I feel like it would be a similar vibe to Emily Wilde, but the last book I'll be reading is A Natural History of Dragons, which is the first book in the Memoirs of Lady Trent series. Is this also written? Ooh, there's maps. I was gonna say, is this also written in epistolary nature? No, it's not. It can't be, because it's written like as if it was a memoir, hence Memoirs of Lady Trent. So it's like kind of journaling, but in a different way. So that's why I feel like it's going to be a similar vibe. But this follows Lady Trent, who was like a dragonologist or something, and she is now old and retired, I think. And the series is her recounting her days as a young adventurer. And I just think that's so fun and very Mycah coded. So that's why it is in this vlog. My friend Violet also recommended this to me like a year and a half ago and said that she thinks I would like it, so I'm extra excited for that. It does have deckled edges, which is not my favorite thing. These pages are very yellowed. This is an old book. When did this come out? Oh, I hate the crinkling of it. It's so annoying. But this came out in 2013. That was a long time ago. And that is my cat scratching at the door to let me know it's time I wrap this clip up. So I will start this later on tonight. I'm gonna try and get it finished by Friday. That's my plan. I have another busy weekend ahead of me, so I want to wrap this up before then so that this book isn't just lingering. Yeah. Oh, I saw the words Jane Goodall, and I got so confused because that was a real person. It's just one of the people who did a blurb saying that this character is like the Jane Goodall of dragons, which is an interesting concept. She's the lady with the gorillas, if I remember correctly. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go. Probably should get dinner soon, and then do some other stuff because I've been neglecting my to-do list in favor of reading Emily Wilde, and then I will pick this up before bed. Hello friends, and happy Thursday afternoon. I have just finished part 1 of A Natural History of Dragons, so I figured I'd update you. I'm a little less than 100 pages in. I think it's like 96? 94 pages in. But I figured it's the end of a section, so I'll update you. I'm having a really great time. I was so right when I was like, I think this will be the same vibes as Emily Wilde. It's so similar, just instead of fairies, it's dragons. I mean, it is kind of different in other regards, like Emily Wilde takes place in England in the 1900s, this takes place in an alternate history of our world, so all the like countries and stuff are different, but it's still like the Victorian aesthetic. I don't actually know what year this is supposed to take place, but it does say, it says 11th of Floris, 5658. So I guess they use a completely different time system. Interesting. But it has these really cool pieces of art throughout. I think I've gone through like 3 in the first, 2 or 3 in the first section. And so I really love that. I love like anatomical drawings. I think they're so fun. These 2 little things that I have on my bookshelf back there, they have anatomical human skulls and hearts on them. I thrifted them and they're like my favorite things ever, so that sort of thing just has always fascinated me. But I'm loving this. We have learned about Lady Trent's well, she's not Lady Trent right now, she's just Isabella. We've gone through her childhood, we've learned how she started this fascination with dragons, her first encounter with a real dragon, and all the way up through her marriage. She got married at 17, and now, right where this first section has ended, her and her husband, whose name is Jacob, which is my boyfriend's name, they are going on this expedition. If this plane would not interrupt me, that would be great. But they're going on this expedition to go look at dragons, so I'm excited. I hope that we're gonna really get into the action here. I don't know how often I will update you. I don't know how many parts this is split into. There's no table of contents, and I can't just like quickly flip through because the deckled edges are so annoying and in the way. But I will update you at some point as I continue on with this, but my initial thoughts are that I'm having a really great time with it. Hello friends, it is just about 4 p.m. on Friday, and I have finished A Natural History of Dragons. This was really good. I loved it. It's not like 10 out of 10 perfection, but it was still so good, and I cannot wait to continue on with the series. I really loved the dragons in this. I thought they were so interesting, and I know in future books we'll get to see more types of dragons. We really only focused on one kind of dragon in here. Two types of dragons, but one is like a really small kind of dragon, and then the other one is like the main focus of the book. There was a death that I wasn't expecting and really hit me in my feels. I didn't cry, but I welled up a little bit. So that was sad, but I understand why it happened. I don't think it was necessary, but we'll see. Maybe in future books I will think differently of it from how the other characters progress, having gone through this grief. But yeah, this was really good. There are 5 books in this series total, and then a like kind of spin-off, so I've got plenty more to read. But this was a nice way to finish off this vlog. I think this I would put as my second favorite of the vlog. First would be Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands, and then this is a close second. And then Graveyard Shift, because I really liked it, but I was left wanting more out of it than what I got. And then we'll put What Moves the Dead. No? What Feasts at Night. That's the one I read for this vlog, in the last place spot. Not because it was bad, but because it was just meh to me. Like, it was fine. I had an okay time reading it, I just didn't really feel strongly about it. So overall, I think this has been a very successful vlog in terms of my enjoyment of the books that I've been reading. It's very much overwhelmingly positive, so I'm glad that I decided to continue on with this idea and do a second part to a reading vlog inspired by my D&D character. Thank you all for coming along with me. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more content, and that way I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye everyone.